and listen and watch, sort of thing. Scotland are playing really well. England, to be fair, not doing so well. Um, Scotland, whatever we say about Scotland, they've done their estimations about England. If there's any team in the world who know more about England, is the Scottish. Fair play to them. We've now got Grealish on, we've got Rashford on, so you'd think that. I mean, Kane's been nowhere near tonight. Taking him off as a sensible option. Yeah, he can get a goal, but he's not been that great tonight. And again, it's as laggy as hell. Bloody internet. So, pint of Vimto wine. Watching the last 14 minutes as a match, as you do. And again, there's threats on both sides. This, to me, is like a typical Premiership match. England v Scotland. Scotland really have done their homework on the English. When you look at how they're playing, and obviously, that was a crap. He should have got a goal then. Scotland should have been 1-0 up then, but he bobbed it. Yeah, he bobbed it. Oh well, never mind, eh? From an English point of view, thank God. Yeah. I mean, if we come to a draw tonight, it's not been the greatest of matches, to be fair. I'm sat here drinking and watching the match, and it's not been the most exciting of matches. See, when Scotland defend, they are defending massive. Oh, he was going for a penalty then. That was a penalty. Yep, that should have been a penalty. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Scottish got away with one then. Yeah, where's the VAR? English jersey. Stuff that. I've been at work all day. All these sitting around the stadium, all these rich people who can afford to go to watch the football properly, they can sit there with their English jerseys on. I'm sat here in my work clothes with my Vimto wine, sparkly wine. It's fruity, sugary. It's nice. It's a nice wine, but it is sugary. Ooh, what time is it in Australia, Sam? And are you at work today? Out of curiosity. So our good friend Craig, Kent Beer Reviews, is doing after the match. He's doing a live after the match, a chat, hangout sort of thing. So for those people watching who want to watch that, then fair play. I might try and jump on, but I better go and see the wife first to make sure I'm not in for a bollocking, as you do. The women factor, the female factor, or your partner factor, depending on what your sexuality is. Um, no one wants a bollocking, do they? No one. Oh, 80 minutes now. 10 minutes to go. Still no goal. I feel a goal for England would kill Scotland off. I do. I think a goal for us would kill the Scottish off and their Europa Cup. Europe, Europe, whatever you call it, Euro. But the Scottish are playing well. This is typical of a good um, Premiership football match where the teams know each other so well, and we do. The Scottish players know the English players so well, and we play against each other. A lot of these players are in the teams in England, and so we know each other's more than any other clubs and any other teams in Europe. So we know what to expect. Scotland corner, 6:38 a.m. Bless you. It's your weekend. Good on you, mate. Good to hear. Is there not a big like beer review scene in Australia as well? I mean, there's a lot of beer reviewers in England, and it seems to be growing at quite a pace. And obviously, beer reviews it's only a small segment of YouTube. You know, unless you're lucky to go viral, and the chances of that happening to most beer reviewers are very small because you're chatting about beer. Um, Personality wise, if you're doing something with personality, I mean, there's a bloke in Nottingham where I live. He's called Lad Baby, and he's got something daft like 800,000 subscribers. Yeah, you do, yeah, because there's beers in Australia that we'll never see in the UK, and so basically, you're doing a service to the rest of the world. You know, and you may get the odd free beer, and you may not as well. You know, I've done 2,000 beer reviews. I bet I've had all of 20 free beers in 2,000 and odd beer reviews. So, you know, um, it's never worth counting your chickens. But and again, it's a boring match at the moment. Scotland are in possession, but boring. But yeah, to have somebody doing Australian beer reviews from beer fans and other beer reviewers, yeah, oh, definitely, yeah. I would describe myself friendly, certainly friendly. You know, I've lived enough of life to be a friendly person, outgoing and a silly, yeah, well, silly all day long. Jesus, you know, I'm watching this crap match after a long day at work, and it's boring. It really is fucking boring. Um, and I always said when I did the review earlier, I said it's going to be a much tougher match than you realise, and it is. It's a really tough match. Good evening, Thomas. It's a bit of a boring match at the moment, isn't it? What we need is a goal. An early goal would have made the match, and sadly, oh God, he didn't catch him at all. Bollocks, did he? This is looking like a draw. This is looking like a nil-nil draw all day long, which means England now, if you get a draw, England need to draw or win the next match. Scotland need to win the next match. Evil dog homebrew, bless you. It's looking like a draw, isn't it? Imagine paying to watch this. God no. No. It's bad enough watching it for free. I like the evil dog, I do. Well, let's be fair. Most English fans know they aren't daft. You know, England are rated higher in the world than Scotland. We know this. But we know the Scottish, when they're playing England, this is like a derby. This is the biggest game in the tournament so far, simply because it's the world's two oldest, I think it is anyway, national teams playing each other's. So it was always going to be a tough match. You could always tell it was going to be a tough match. I thought it might be 2-1 England, but at the moment it's looking like a draw. You know, no one's, it doesn't seem like anybody's got anything special. Ooh, that was a dirty tackle by the Scottish. Yellow card. Yep. Was that against Grealish? Yeah. I think Grealish needs to move to Man City or Man United. His time at Aston Villa needs to be over. He needs to move to a bigger club to further his career, you know, as a lot of these players do. So 87 minutes in, it's looking like a draw. But you know, in some ways, sometimes a draw, being second in the group, means you miss one of the big uns. Did he? Good evening. So, beer review channel, but we're watching the football well in the background, because if you was to show the football, you reckon 1-0. What, to England or Scotland? I would like to think England are going to win, but at the moment it's so yeah. At the moment it's just the game's so slow at the moment. England, we need an injection. We need somebody to come on and do some creation. I mean, and sometimes that's the best thing, isn't it? I have heard the third place team in some of these groups, the third place team can go through. For Scotland, that may be an interesting option. You know, if they draw this and then win against, I think it's Czechoslovakia, whoever it is, if they win their last game, then they could actually come third and go through. I mean, for England, the Scottish, yeah, for England, we can't afford to lose. For Scotland, you cannot afford to lose. In some ways, it's tough, isn't it? Oh, London Pride. London Pride's nice. Golden Pride. England will fail as usual. Let's hope not, say, but you never know. So 89 minutes in, I see this as a draw. There's no spark. There's no rush to get forward either. So wherever you are, it's just gone past 90 minutes on mine, and we're 7 seconds in. It has been a bland game, yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh, could this be it? Oh. Ah, yeah. Oh, shit. Fucking hell, nearly. God, that was close. That was close. Imperial Mocha Stout. Oh, bless you. Oh, that was close. That was really, really close. Yeah. It was more like a rugby scrum in the Scotland box then. I might have to on the next England match do a watch along. You reckon Scottish going to win? Being a British person, you know, I want Scotland, England, and Wales all to go through, and however we can. Scotland losing the first game was the killer blow because this game, a draw in this game for both teams, wouldn't have been the issue for either of us. It's not been a great game, has it? No, it hasn't. Better for Scotland than England, that's for sure. Oh, here we go. It's all too tight. Scotland have got 10 players defending. You're never going to win against 10 players. That's it. It's over. Right. So, yeah. I mean, for all the banter between England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, Northern Ireland, you know, they are our brothers. And yeah, I mean, I'd rather play Scotland in or Wales in the final of the Europa than anything, you know, because it's like two countries that you're familiar with, that you've got friends in both countries. That would be the amazing thing. But we all knew. Good evening. We all knew that the Scotland match was going to be the toughie. We did. England did play slow tonight, but Scotland's what you got to look at is Scotland's tactics were spot on, you know. But Scotland, let's be fair, Scotland know England, England know Scotland. You know, it was always going to be that way. So Scotland have got Croatia next. Well, England beat Croatia. Our Scotland played tonight. They can beat Croatia. And then we've got Czechoslovakia, so we've got to try and beat them as well. It's going to be toughy. This is going to be a tough match. I'm drinking Vimto Stout. Vimto wine, rather. Vimto Stout. One does apologise. Yeah. So it's actually Vimto cordial, brewed with sugar for about 3 flipping months, turned into a wine. So it's like a sparkly Vimto wine. Very fruity, very easy drinking, and goes down well. So yeah, I think this was the result I was expecting. It is. It does sound. It is nice. Yeah. I think when he called me, when he went Baldy once, and I'm looking, I'm thinking, hold on a minute, here we go. Yeah, the kneeing thing. I don't know. It's everyone's got their own opinion on the kneeing thing, and for me, I don't agree with it. But obviously, some people do. And the only thing for the kneeing, I agree with the anti-racism, like everybody does. Most people agree with anti-racism. What we don't agree is that the kneeing is a symbol of the political movement in America. So yeah, England versus Czech Republic, Scotland versus Croatia. It only makes it more interesting, that next match. If England draw, we're through. If I'm right, Scotland need to win. Scotland winning also does England a favour. So Scotland, England and Wales can do all each other's a favour if we win the next match. It's going to be tough matches. It's strong. Jesus Christ, it's strong. I have no idea the ABV, but it's walloping me. And yeah, certainly feeling it. And laggy as hell in this room. The funny thing is, obviously, I'm downstairs and there's 2 rooms above me. And obviously it's all brick and concrete and stuff. So the internet connection dies massively. So a draw. I did expect a draw, to be fair. This is probably about 12% ABV, I would have thought. Something along them lines. A draw is what was expected. And to those watching now, our good friend Craig, Kent Beer Reviews, is going to do a post stream now, and probably for about 5 hours, knowing Craig, on his channel, Kent Beer Reviews. So if you want to chat about football, beer, he'll be there. And me, I'm going upstairs, chat with the wife, fall asleep early, as I usually do, and have a good night. I did, mate. I did expect a draw. Yeah. Scotland, no England. You know, it was always going to be a tougher match than you thought. Yeah. Scotland are our, are our biggest rivals. Scotland know how to play England. So there it says now, England will qualify with a point against Czechoslovakia. Scotland need to beat Croatia. So in some ways, both Scotland and England, no, it was 0-0. Strong shit. Well, the landlord was laughing. You know. Yeah, we didn't play good today, but Scotland, you can be the best team in the world, but if the best team in the world knows the way you play, they can stop your game. So, need to go. Go and see the wife. Thank you all, and we'll see you later. Cheers. Been a good one. Let's hope we play better next time. Yeah, the shed's changed. Yeah, yeah. I'm in the front room now, or part of the front room at least. Yeah. See my lovely legs. Hey. Anyway, that's enough of that. Right. Cheers.